Okay, let's get into it. We're looking at a recent tweak in trade policy today. Executive Order 14232 from this March. Basically, it's an update on an earlier order about the southern border and tariffs. So our plan for this deep dive is pretty straightforward. Figure out the key changes, especially with tariffs on stuff coming in from Mexico, and why this matters, for you, maybe in your job, or just understanding the economy.
Exactly. We're working directly from the source here,
Yeah.
Executive Order 14232 itself, and the one it's modifying, which is 44194 from back in February. These are the official docs laying out the changes.
Right, and the new order, it kicks off by saying something pretty significant about the U.S. auto industry.
Yeah, it emphasizes how crucial it is for jobs, innovation, even national security, apparently. And it specifically mentions the existing trade in auto parts across North America. Big stuff.
And the stated reason for this update.
Well, the text says the goal is to, quote, minimize disruption to the auto industry and its workers. So it kind of suggests they realized broad tariffs might, cause problems for U.S. manufacturing itself, which could definitely affect some of you listening if you're in those fields.
Okay, makes sense. So let's break down the actual changes. What specifically got adjusted?
The biggest one, probably, relates to goods from Mexico coming in under the USMCA. That's the trade deal, U.S., Mexico, Canada.
Free trade agreement, yeah.
Right. So goods from Mexico that are already duty-free under USMCA, this new order says they will not face the extra tariffs mentioned in that earlier order, 14194.
Ah, okay. So that's a specific carve-out, likely for those integrated auto supply chains.
That seems like the most logical reason, yes. Trying to avoid gumming up the works where parts cross the border multiple times. Disruptions there mean delays, higher costs, the whole thing.
Gotcha. So protecting those existing efficient flows. But it wasn't just about cars, was it? Something about potash.
Correct. Potash is mentioned specifically. For potash that isn't already duty-free under USMCA, the tariff rate on that is being lowered. It was set at 25%, now it's down to 10%.
Interesting. So a targeted reduction there too, outside the auto sector, maybe for agriculture or other industries using it.
Could be. It shows a specific adjustment for another commodity.
And these aren't just future plans, these changes are already happening.
Yep. Effective date was 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time, March 7th, 2025. So we're operating under these rules right now.
Okay. And like always with these orders, there's usually some boilerplate language, right? General provisions.
Section 3 basically says this order doesn't mess with the existing powers of government agencies or the Office of Management and Budget. Standard stuff. And it also notes implementation depends on, existing laws and whether there's money allocated. Practical constraints.
Right. The usual reality check and the legal disclaimer part.
Yes, that's in there too. Subsection C makes it clear this order doesn't give anyone, any person or group, the right to sue the government based on it. No new legally enforceable rights created here. It's typical language.
Okay, so summing it up. EO 14232 fine-tunes those earlier tariff plans from EO 14194. Main goal seems to be shielding the U.S. auto industry by exempting USMCA duty-free goods from Mexico, plus a specific tariff cut for certain potash imports.
It's a good summary. It looks like an attempt to balance border concerns with the economic realities of North American trade, especially for autos. Fine-tuning, like you said.
Right, so here's something for you, the listener, to chew on. Think about your own world, your job, the products you use. How connected are they to trade with Mexico, especially in automotive or maybe agriculture if potash is relevant there?
Yeah, how might these kinds of targeted adjustments, tweaking one tariff here, exempting something there, affect stability or prices in those areas?
Yeah.
It really underlines how trade agreements like USMCA interact with these specific policy changes.
It does. It shows how interconnected everything is.
Yeah.
How a change aimed at one thing can ripple outwards.
Definitely something to keep watching. How these trade policies evolve and what the wider economic effects turn out to be.
Absolutely. Keep an eye on it.